Calexico traffic, citation 510 Lima Lima is 13 miles to the southeast, descending through 3,900. We'll enter a left downwind for runway 08, Calexico.
And Calexico traffic, and Aero 3972 X-rays ready to depart 26. Where are you?
510 Lima Lima is 12 miles to the southeast, just crossing the border right now. We'll swing wide and we'll take a downwind.
Alright, I'm departing to the north, so I'll be a right turn out of here.
To that, 510 Lima Lima.
4,800 feet remaining.
Calexico traffic, Aero 3972 X-rays departing runway 26 for right turn out, Calexico.
Lima Lima, Calexico traffic. We are now 10 miles to the east, descending through 3,300.
Calexico traffic, Aero 3972 X-rays on the upwind 26. We'll be doing a right departure, Calexico.
And Steve spiral down to a full stop on runway 8, Borrego traffic.
Code traffic, citation 510 Lima Lima is entering a left downwind for runway 8, Calexico. We are at 1,700 feet and I have the departing plane on my TCAS.
Thank you. Alright, we just departed Calexico. The traffic I was talking to is coming in from Mexico. And we're on our way back to Bermuda Dunes.
Miles away from the airport, we're headed for a 45, runway 10, Bermuda Dunes Airport.
A better view of El Centro Naval Air Station, because now it's on my side. Doesn't look like much from up here, but I've been down just as the green field stopped. There's a fence there, a road.
Downwind for runway 8, I'll be a full stop, Borrego.
I've parked there and watched the Blue Angels, and it's a lot bigger down there than it looks like up here. I'm level at 4,500 feet, heading back to Bermuda Dunes. And Bermuda Dunes is a privately owned airport. I guess it was recently sold a few years ago, I guess. This is just off the top of my head trying to remember, but a gentleman owned it. He passed away. I believe his son took over and then put it up for sale, but would not sell it to anybody that wouldn't keep it an airport. It couldn't be torn down and turned into housing or whatever. It had to be maintained as an airport. And I know it was for sale for a long time, and it is now purchased. I don't know who purchased it, but it is still a privately owned airport. It has houses on the airport, so it is a fly-in community. So you can live at the airport. It's a really gem of an airport. I mean, it is. You land and a golf cart will be there waiting for you. When you call that you're whatever 8 miles out or whatever your distance is, Unicom will come on and tell you what the winds are. Then the golf cart will come out and pick you up, take you back to the FBO. They have snacks, and It's now, let me see here. I don't remember the name of the FBO now, because it's different from the last time I flew in, but they're top notch. They treat you well. Alright, we're over Brawley. You can see the Salton Sea out there. I'm going to make a left turn for the Salton Sea. It's pretty nice flying out here. I mean, there's just nothing out here, as you can see.
Borrego traffic, Troy 61, left crosswind, runway 26, Borrego.
That is
Traffic Station Air 206, runway 0, turning left downwind for
the
runway.
Salton Sea Airport. I didn't even know they had a Salton Sea Airport. How about that? I don't see any airplanes down there, but it's good for an emergency for sure. The Salton Sea going this way, the sun's out of our eyes. It actually looks quite beautiful.
Let's go traffic.
From the air. It's not a very pleasant body of water. A lot of salt. If you walk around the Salton Sea here, you'll see a lot of dead fish on the shore. Some dead birds. And the ground, it's almost like salt. It cracks. It's like a dry, salty soil. And then on this side, you've got a smattering of communities.
Borrego traffic, Troy 61 on the upwind, about to turn crosswind, left traffic for runway 26. Will be a low flyover.
I'm guessing that's a school down there for the community. It's a nice looking place. Looks good. I know there are.
Springs, Blue and White Bonanza, 995 Quebec over Lake Henshaw area. Any gliders out today?
I know there are some, there was a resort on that far side of the shore, and there's a community over there also. I'm going to start a descent to 3,000 feet because of the Palm Springs airspace. So I need to be about 3,000 feet because their airspace starts at 3,500. Now it is like one of the only TRSAs, TRSA. That airspace is before my time, and it's the only place I've ever come across a TRSA, and I believe that is now a Class Charlie airspace. Not sure why they've kept it a TRSA, but they have, which means it's not a Class Charlie technically. Because technically I don't have to make contact, as I understand it, with air traffic control. I've flown through it trying to get a flight following, but they've been so busy because Palm Springs Airport is a commercial airport, and it's never been an issue. And from what I've read up on it, it is advised to contact ATC going through there, but not mandatory. It's crazy. That's kind of an interesting deal. Alright, so I'm starting down to 3,000, and I want to fly, kind of tour the Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Indian Wells area, because it is just freaking beautiful. Really is made up of a lot of country clubs, golf courses. Just looking at my GPS, that's why I keep looking over here. I'm looking at my GPS, make sure there's no traffic in our way, and it looks clear. Got airliners above me, but it looks clear. Alright, I'm through 3,900 feet. Coming up to the Palm Springs airspace. We are coming up to the Jacqueline Cochran Airport, and then past that is Bermuda Dunes, and then right past that is Palm Springs Airport. Okay, coming through 3,500. And as long I am now at 3,400, so I'm technically below the airspace. Check that out. I don't even know what that is. That's so cool. It's a racetrack or a car testing area. Well, I'm going to check that out. I'll look that up and try to put that in the video in editing. This whole valley through here, from Palm Springs out here to La Quinta and beyond, is the Coachella Valley. You've probably heard of the big music festival, Coachella. This is the Coachella Valley, and it's made up of a bunch of communities, and that's in front of us to the left there. I'll turn a little bit there. Is La Quinta. And then just beyond that,
Los Angeles, King Air 5050 Papa on the ground at Bermuda Dunes, like to pick up the IFR back to Carlsbad.
And just beyond that is Indian Wells, and then Palm Desert. Maybe you've heard of the Indian Wells, tennis tournament, very popular. My wife and I go to that. All that green there you're seeing are golf courses and communities on the golf course. It is really just a beautiful, beautiful place to live or vacation.
Bermuda Dunes, Telecom winds are currently 3 knots from the south, favoring 10 left traffic.
10. Well, that's good to know. So the Bermuda Dunes Unicom just came up. That's the people on the ground, the FBO, fixed base operation. And they, when people are landing, they'll tell you where the winds are favoring, and right now they're favoring 10. Nice. Alright, so this is La Quinta. Pretty spectacular. So, I live in the Monterey Bay, by the ocean, lots of water. But our water bill is ridiculous. Here in the desert, not lots of water you would think. The water bill is hardly anything. That's why everything is so green. It's kind of nutty. Pretty amazing.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, 52217. We are on a 3 mile 45 left traffic, 10 Bermuda Dunes.
The tennis center is out here. There's the tennis center right there.
Class Delta in 9.4 miles.
Little bumpy.
Warning, terrain ahead.
Beautiful community over there.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, 52217, left downwind 10 Bermuda Dunes.
So here's Coachella. Here's the polo grounds where they do Coachella. Right here. Just happened to see that as we're flying by. Alright. Now I'm going to turn to land at Bermuda Dunes. Got to find the airport around here somewhere.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, 52217, left base 10 Bermuda. Bermuda Dunes traffic, 52217, final runway 10 Bermuda Dunes.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray is 4.5 miles to the southeast, landing left traffic 10 Bermuda Dunes.
Bermuda Dunes Unicom, winds are currently 3 knots southeast, favoring 10 left traffic. And Bermuda Dunes Unicom, inbound aircraft 3972 X-ray, any services for you? How long will you be with us?
Yeah, this was just a day trip. I've been with you for a couple weeks already. We're just going to land, and I will need fuel. Pretty friendly people there. In Bermuda Dunes. This is highway, we just flew over Highway 10, the runway, runway 1028, sits right along parallel Highway 10. Alright, I'm at traffic pattern altitude, 1,000 feet, 1,100 feet. Actually, I'm a little higher than that, but that's okay. 1,150 feet. Starting our left 45, put the landing gear down. Bermuda Dunes traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray is left downwind 10 Bermuda Dunes.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, 5217 left crosswind 10 Bermuda.
And I've got 3 green. Beautiful. All right. Good gracious. Left landing gear was a little finicky. Bermuda Dunes traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray, left base for 10 Bermuda Dunes. Bermuda Dunes traffic, Aero 3972 X-ray, starting final, 10 Bermuda Dunes, full stop. The runway here is at Bermuda Dunes is 5,002 feet by 70 feet. Plenty long. Alright, fuel pump off, landing light off, mirror set for taxi. Let this King Air go.
Bermuda Dunes traffic, King Air 5, Sierra Papa, taxi to runway 28.
I'll be dipped. We'll have to come take a look at that, but look at the, well, let me get by it first. Look at that. Was that the Starship? Or what they called that? Or the Piago, or? Man, that's a cool airplane. Check that out. Wonder why they put me over here. Alright. How about that?
Traffic system 5217, clear runway 10, ready to
Topping off for my flight home on Thursday. Today's Monday, so I got a few days to go, but All right, 72 X-rays all buttoned up for a few days. They wanted to give me a ride, and they still might come and get me, I don't know, but they wanted to give me a ride to the FBO, but I said no, I'll walk. Kind of want to check out the different airplanes. I definitely want to walk on the other side and look at that twin engine with the engines facing backwards. I think that's the Piaggio, because the Starliners are no longer being flown? Question mark? That's nice. Man, that is one pretty bird right there. Holy moly. I mean, I know every paint job is to each their own, but that does it for me. That's beautiful. This just landed. That's a beauty. Check that out. Oh boy, and it's a canard. Wings in the back, small wings in the front. Your wings are back here with the engines. Avanti 2. Wow. That is cool. Piaggio Aero, I figured it was something like that. Woo. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. So, they treat you well here. Ice. Cookie. Coffee. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, sir.
Thank you, you too. I hope you enjoyed the video today. Bermuda Dunes to Calexico. Calexico to Bermuda Dunes. This is it's a wonderful place to vacation or live. A lot of great flying destinations. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Until the next one, we'll see ya. Peace.